everyone, Arlene here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. I hope everyone had a very, very Merry Christmas and that you all are gearing up to have a happy and very healthy New Year. I'm coming to you today with a new series of videos that I'm going to be taping in the next few days. Today is the first day that I will be taking all of my Christmas decorations down and redecorating in a generic sort of way. I'm going to take my camera off of the tripod there and I'll walk around and I'll show you a little bit of how I go through this process. But I wanted to kind of just say hi to you here before I do that. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this series yet. You'll all see that when I post it on YouTube. But welcome back, as I said, and come on along while I deconstruct and then eventually reconstruct. Be right back to give you a little tour around. Okay, I'm back behind the camera again, and let me go through here really quick and give you a little idea of how I go through this process each year. As you can see, Chris, bless his heart, has brought up all my bins. And you can see I have them all labeled. This one says Christmas 2015. Obviously I used this last year too. And all of the stuff on the windows will go in this bin, as well as the island centerpiece. Then as we move through, you can see that he has bins, hello Gracie, sitting around for me to use to deconstruct and then put in back in the bins. I don't think you can probably see this. This is Christmas 2015 materials for the kitchen table lantern, powder room, and here I'm going to put this tablecloth on this table. I already have that out. I'm stepping over Mr. Sam, who is just kind of hanging out. One major thing that we need to do probably first is to take all this pine and ornament garland down. Sad to do that, I'll tell you. And I replace it with a pipberry garland that I have wrapped in white lights. And I've also made generic country bows, and they will go up in the place of this garland. Doesn't look quite as full, but the white lights are still there, and I turn them on and off every night, and it puts a nice glow into this room. Here's Sophie. Hi, Soph. So anyway, you can see all my bins sitting around. They're all nicely labeled, and they're ready for me to start taking everything apart. It will take me all day to get everything down today. And then I will start redecorating probably tomorrow. I'd be surprised if I get any redecorating done today, because it takes a while to put everything away and label everything so that next year when I pull it out, it's a lot easier. So one other thing I did want to let you know about, I do not redecorate for winter. I redecorate in a very generic sort of way using Gerber daisies, and I know that they are a spring summer flower, but I love Gerber daisies, and they are kind of one of my staple pieces going through the entire year. I will leave my Dickens houses up, and I'll use a lot of pipberries and other little country accent pieces that you will be introduced to as we go through this series. But instead of redecorating everything for winter, I redecorate everything in a generic sort of way, and then as I go through the seasons or the decor, I augment my existing decor with, say, bunnies and lighter flowers and so on and so forth for Easter. Then I'll put up some patriotic stuff for summertime. And as we go through the year, I redecorate in that way. And it's funny what, just one little new accent piece can do to bring a whole, say, cozy corner or decor together or make it look new again. Obviously, I'll be working on this part of the house today, probably. And of course, I have this part of the house as well. This won't take me as long because I don't have quite as much in here, but it'll still take me a while. There's the bins this is for the ornament garland, this box, and that's for the pine garland down there. But I'll have to redecorate all of this. This is all my dad's decor. What a mess, huh? Not often you guys will see my house a mess like this. It's driving me crazy, to be honest. But here I go, starting my new series entitled I don't know what yet. You guys will definitely see that when I post it on YouTube. So I will catch y'all later. Chris helped me put the lit pitberry garland up on the mantle. We had strategically placed coat hangers that we bent into hooks and attached to the mantle with command strips. After the pitberry garland was in place, I began to add the accent pieces, starting with a craft bow at either end. I found that burlap and pitberry ribbon after Christmas last year, and you will see it popping up in several places in my generic decor. Then I started placing the rest of the accent pieces, which included 4 black wooden candlesticks, 2 smaller candlesticks, 3 spool candlesticks with silicone light bulbs, 2 Dickens houses, some willow tree figurines, and a mantle clock. Well, it's starting to come together. At least the mantle is. Excuse the hearth, I don't think you can see much of it, but the mantle is starting to come together. I haven't used my generic decor since before I put my fall decorations up. So I have been having to rack my brain and remember where in the world I stored all of these things. So I went out into my garage and I remembered I had purchased extra candle rings or extra candle holders last year. So I don't have 4 of the same candles, but I do have one like that, and then I have a gold one like this. I think that will look okay. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Like that. And the only thing left that I have to put on here, I do have these kind of burgundy candles to put in these candlesticks here. I'd rather have gold, and I will probably go back out and get some gold next week at Hobby Lobby because the candles are on sale. They are for 50% off next week. So the only other thing I put up on the mantle are my willow tree figurines. And I've stashed some of them down here in my credenza. And then I have some that I used at Christmas. So let's just start, you know, kind of placing them here and there. Always got to try to remember, I'll tell you what, guys, in my other house, I over decorated. I had stuff everywhere. Every wall was filled. Every shelf was filled to capacity. And sometimes, you know, less is more. So I try not to overdo it too much. These 2 little angels. Let me just set her there. I have one just like her. We'll put her there. And that will do it for the mantle. Sorry about that. I didn't have it quite all the way up there, did I? But there is the mantle. And tell you what, folks, I am pooped. I think I'm going to have to quit for the day. And I still have other Christmas stuff to put away in my kitchen. But I did want to get at least this much done tonight. And I might have to stand back and tweak at it a little bit, tweak it here and there. But that's the basic idea. I just can't quit picking. But that's the mantle. That's how I put together the mantle. I like it. And it's good to see it back to normal again. Even though I love the way it looked at Christmas. I really like this. Well, that's about it. Catch y'all later.